Okay, so good afternoon, grade 9 students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon. So before we start our class for today, let us have first a short prayer to be led by Mark Vince.
Okay, tayo po ay manalangin. Lord, thank you so much po dahil muli po pinagtipon-tipon niyo kami sa araw na ito. Panginoon, alam po namin kayo po ang aming Lord na hindi kailanman kami papababayaan. Lord, guide mo po ang demonstrator sa araw na ito na si Pamela. Bigyan mo po siya ng maraming kaalaman po, Panginoon, at para po maibahagi niya po sa amin. Panginoon, ano man pong meron kami ngayon, ang lahat po ng ito ay nanggaling po sa inyo, Panginoon, na wala po kaming dahilan para hindi ka po namin pasalamatan sa araw-araw. Panginoon, yun lamang po ang aming samot dalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So, thank you for the prayer, Mark Vince. So, let us have your attendance check. Again, a blessed day to all of you, my dear students. Before everything, let us check your attendance first. So, may I ask your secretary, Laika, to inform me if there are absent today?
All of us are present today, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I am glad that all of you are present in our video conference today. And I know that we might not be seeing each other in person right now because I'm not sure if your systems are still alive for today, if you are feeling sleepy or feeling tired. So I want to give you an energizer through a mini activity or a game that I have prepared. So since all of you have your cameras open right now, and I am glad that I am able to see your faces, and I'm able to feel your presence today right behind those screens. So that's perfect. Now, as I am saying, I have a game which I named Trigo Emoji. So it is a combination of our topic for today and the emoji. So in this game, I will be asking you um, 5 questions related to triangles, specifically right triangles. And also, I will be giving you pictures of right triangles, including the measurements of their sides and their angles. And I will be asking you different questions, such as finding the measurement of the side or the measurement of an angle. And you will not going to answer in numbers, but rather you will express your answers using emojis. That is why it is called trigo emoji. So, for example, if the answer is 26, I will be giving you emojis and their equivalent values. So, for example, I have a red heart, which is equivalent to 10, and a laughing emoji, which is equivalent to 1. So, kung ang sagot is 26, you just need to write 2 red hearts and 6 laughing emojis. So, isection nyo siya uh, dun sa tens and ones nila. So, mabibilang natin ng mas maayos. And paunahan siya, the students who is able to get the highest point will receive a reward after the discussion. So, the first student to answer it right will have 2 points, and the student na makakasagot din ng tama pero hindi sila nauna ay makakakuha pa rin ng 1 point. So, are the instructions clear? Can you type a like emoji if you understood the instructions? Or you can open your mic and say yes. Yes, ma'am, if you understood the instructions. Okay, I see. That's good. Now, are you ready? I guess you're ready. So let's start our game. Let us have our first question. What is the sum of the three angles of a right triangle? What is the sum of the three angles of a right triangle? So, an in love emoji is equivalent to 100, a sad emoji is equivalent to 10, and an angry emoji is equivalent to 1. So, express your answers using the emojis. What is the sum of the three angles of a triangle? What is the sum of the three angles of a right triangle? Again, isection nyo siya doon sa tens, hundreds, or ones niya para madali siyang ma-identify. So I guess very mabusisi kayo sa paghahanap ng mga emojis. Last 10 seconds. Okay, we have our first one to be able to get the correct answer. So I am expecting this answer. So the measurement or the sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So very good, Aldrex. You are able to get 2 points. Next question. What is the measurement of a right angle in degrees? What is the measurement of a right angle in degrees? So we have a rose, which is equivalent to 10, and a lip, which is equivalent to 1. Express your answers using emojis. A rose is equivalent to 10, and a lip is equivalent to 1. Okay, so now we have our first student to be able to get the right answer. So we have Mark Vince. Dahil dyan, meron kang 2 points. So this is the answer that I am expecting. The answer is 90 degrees. That is the measurement of a right angle. So very good, Mark Vince. Next question. If angle B measures 63 degrees, then what would be the measurement of angle C? If angle B measures 63 degrees, then what would be the measurement of angle C? Okay, so a gift emoji is equivalent to 10 and eyes is equivalent to 1. If angle B measures 63 degrees, then what would be the measurement of angle C? Okay. So we have our first student to answer it right. So I am expecting this answer, 27 degrees. So ang unang nakakuha ay again si Mark Vince. Another 2 points for you. Next question. Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. In triangle DEF, what is the length of the hypotenuse? So I have already given the measurement of the sides. Now, what is the measurement of the hypotenuse? So, yellow heart is equivalent to 1. Okay, so meron na tayong nauna, si Laika. I am expecting these answers. So the measurement of the hypotenuse is 5 centimeters. So you will be typing 5 hearts at nauna si Laika. 2 points for you. And our last question. If angle F measures 35 degrees in the triangle DEF, then what is the measurement of angle E? If angle F measures 35 degrees in the triangle DEF, then what is the measurement of angle E? So clapping emoji is equivalent to 10 and party poppers is equivalent to 1. Ayun, nauna ulit si Laika. So this is the right answer, 55 degrees. Kasi when we try to add the measurement of one angle here, which is 35 degrees, and the measurement of the right angle, which is 90 degrees, we just need to add two of those and subtract it by 180 degrees. So makukuha natin is 55 degrees, and that is the measurement of our given or our missing measurement of our angle. So 2 points. So that's all for our game. So Aldrex got 2 points, Mark Vince got 4 points, and Laika got 4 points. So it's a tie. between Mark Vince and Laika. So congratulations, you are able to get your reward after our discussion. So now, I am glad that you are still able to recall the topics that we have discussed to you in our recent discussions about triangles, and I hope that you enjoyed the game that we had. And now, we are proceeding to our next topic for the beginning of the third quarter, and we will be starting it with our lesson about the six trigonometric ratios. But before that, let us have a recapitulation first or review about the things that we have discussed in our recent discussion. So, last discussion, we have tackled about the triangle similarity and the right triangle similarity. If you can still recall, can you please give the six triangle similarity? Yes, Aldrex, can you give the six triangle similarity?
So the first one is the AAA or triple A similarity
What
postulate.
also?
The second one is double A, which is similarity theorem. The third
Yes,
is
that's
the
right.
triple S similarity theorem, and SAS means similarity theorem also. And for the fourth is triangle angle bisector theorem, and the last is the triangle proportionality theorem.
Okay, very good. I am glad that you're still able to recall that from our recent discussion. And also, we have tackled about the right triangle similarity. Can someone give me the three triangle similarity? Yes, Laika. Okay, yes, Laika, can you give the three right triangle similarity that we have discussed? Okay, so your microphone is off in case you're talking. Okay. So I guess Miss Laika have some sort of technical issues. So the three right triangle similarity that we have discussed are the Pythagorean theorem, the 30, 60, 90 triangles, and the 45, 45 triangles. 45, 45, 90 triangle similarity. So um, those are the things that we have discussed in our recent discussion. So now that I assured that you can still recall our lesson in the recent discussions, for today, we will be proceeding with a new topic, which is again the six trigonometric ratios. And these are our objectives for today. So at the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to illustrate the six trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And also, find the value of the six trigonometric ratios from the given right triangle and appreciate the importance of trigonometry in real life situations. So now, let us proceed to the definition of or a short background about trigonometry. Trigonometry is one of the branches of mathematics that deals with the relationship of the measurement of the sides and the functions of the angles of the triangle. So trigonometry came from the Greek words trigonon, which means triangle, and word metron, which means measure. So if we combine the meaning of these two words from Greek words, the meaning of trigonometry is the measurement of triangles. And the father of trigonometry is Hipparchus of Miletus. Nicaea, he was born on the Greek city Nicaea. And Hipparchus was a Greek astronomer, a philosopher, and a mathematician. And he was able to be the first to construct the table of values for trigonometric functions. And he is considered he considered every triangle as being inscribed in a circle. So each side of the triangles will become a chord or a straight line that connects 2 points in the curves of a circle. So that is a brief history and a brief background about trigonometry, which started through Hipparchus of Nicaea. So are we clear about the definition of trigonometry? Can you please say it in the comment section or in the private chat if everything is clear so we could proceed to the next. Or you can open your mic if you okay. Okay, everything is clear. Thank you. So now let us proceed to the sixth trigonometric ratio. So the ratios of the sides of a right triangle are called the trigonometric ratio. So in reference with this given triangle, okay, so our presentation is lagging. So in the reference with our given right triangle here, which is the triangle ABC, ratios, but let us find out first what are the six trigonometric ratios. So it is divided into two. The first one is the primary trigonometric ratios. Primary trigonometric ratios contains the sine, cosine, and tangent. And the second one, secondary trigonometric ratios, which contains the cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So our presentation has kind of delay. Yeah. So again, secondary trigonometric ratios are cosecant, secant, and cotangent. And they are also the reciprocals of our primary trigonometric ratios. So we are still able to understand it more later as we try to illustrate it in reference with a given right triangle. So let us understand the sides of a right triangle. So in a right triangle, we have the opposite side, which is the side BC, the hypotenuse side, which is the side BA, and the adjacent side, which is the side CA. So the polygon that we are going to use in trigonometry is the triangle, specifically right triangle. So again, what is the measurement of a right triangle? You can open your mic. What is the measurement of a right triangle in degrees?
180 degrees.
Only the right angle, I mean. Sorry. So what is the measurement of a right angle? Yes, a right triangle measures 180 degrees. How about a right angle? What is the measurement of a right angle? Okay, so the measurement of a right angle is 90 degrees, as what you have answered in our activity a while ago. So we have our first part, which is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always the side opposite the right angle. So ano yung right angle natin sa triangle na to? Ano yung right angle natin? Our right angle is C. Okay, C. And ang sabi niya, the opposite side of the right angle is called the hypotenuse. And it is the longest side of a right triangle. So can you name the hypotenuse here in our triangle? Mark Vince, what is our hypotenuse? What side?
Side, side B and A po.
Yes, side BA. So side BA is our hypotenuse. Very good. So now we are proceeding to our next part of a right triangle, which is opposite side. It is the side across the given reference acute angle, or simply the opposite side of the given acute angle. Kunwari, ang binigay sa atin is angle A. Kung ano yung opposite na side niya, like itong nakaturo, ayun yung ating opposite side. So, can you name the opposite side here in our triangle, Laika?
B,
Okay,
CA.
side B, BC. This is our opposite side. Okay, very good. Side BC. Now, let us proceed to our next part, which is the adjacent side. Adjacent side is the non-hypotenuse side that is next to the given reference acute angle. So, here in our right triangle, kung ano yung kasunod niyang side na hindi hypotenuse, ayun yung ating adjacent side. Here in this angle A, the ang unang next sa kanya is the hypotenuse. Hindi yan yung ating adjacent side kasi hypotenuse na siya. So therefore, this one is our adjacent side. So our adjacent side here is the side CA. So putting it all together in our triangle ABC in reference with angle A, our opposite side is, or the hypotenuse is the side BA, our opposite side is the side BC, and our adjacent side is the side CA. How about in reference with angle B? Can you identify the hypotenuse, Aldrex? What is the hypotenuse?
The hypotenuse, ma'am, is side BA.
BA, very good. How about the adjacent? Mark Vince.
Ma'am, BC po.
Okay, very good. BC is our adjacent side and our opposite side is side CA. So now that you already understood the different parts of the right triangle, now you can understand it as we illustrate the six trigonometric ratios. So again, our primary trigonometric ratios are the sine, cosine, and the tangent. So, the formula for sine is sine, yung bilog na may guhit sa gitna is called theta. Theta. It represents the measurement of an angle. In our triangle here, our theta is the C. It means the measurement, or it represents an angle. So our formula for sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. So if we are given a value of the opposite side and the measurement of our hypotenuse side, we're just going to divide the two of those and we are able to get the ratio for the sine. Next, we have cosine. We have cosine. Cosine theta, or cos theta, is equivalent to adjacent over the hypotenuse side. So we just simply need to divide the value or the measurement of the adjacent side over the measurement of our hypotenuse. That is our cosine. And last, in our primary trigonometric ratios, tangent. Tangent, or tan theta, is equivalent to opposite over adjacent. Now, let us proceed to our secondary trigonometric ratios. As what I have mentioned a while ago, the secondary trigonometric ratios are simply the reciprocals of the primary trigonometric ratios. So, kung ano yung mga values or yung formula na or equivalent ng mga primary trigonometric ratios natin kanina, babalik rin lang natin siya. We will just going to get the reciprocal para makuha natin yung secondary trigonometric ratio. And the reciprocal of sine is cosecant. Kung ang sine theta natin is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, ang cosecant theta is equivalent to hypotenuse over the opposite. So, binaliktad lang siya, ni-reciprocate. Next, secant is the reciprocal of our cosine, wherein cosine theta is equivalent to adjacent over hypotenuse, and secant theta is equivalent to hypotenuse over the adjacent. And cotangent, which is the reciprocal of our primary ratio tangent, which is equivalent to opposite over adjacent. Now we have cotangent is equal to adjacent over the opposite. So, ayan yung ating mga secondary trigonometric ratios. So, ayun lang yung relationship nila towards each other. If our primary trigonometric ratios have this ratio, then ang secondary trigonometric ratios ay i-reciprocal lang natin sila. Now, putting it all together, summarize lang natin. Sin theta is opposite over the hypotenuse, and ang kanyang reciprocal cosecant, cosine, and the reciprocal secant and tangent, and the reciprocal cotangent. So, in trigonometry, meron tayong ginagamit na mnemonics para mas matandaan natin yung mga values or yung formula or the ratios of our trigonometric ratios. So, we have the mnemonics so, ka, to, wa. Sa so, it represents sine. Ibig sabihin, O is equal to opposite and H is the hypotenuse. So, sorry for the background music that you are hearing. So, that's our neighbor. So, S, sine is equivalent to opposite, O, and over the hypotenuse. Kaya, so. Ang ka naman, cosine, is equivalent to adjacent over hypotenuse. Kaya siya ka. And TOA, which is tangent, is equal to opposite over the adjacent. Kaya siya TOA. Yung cho, siya, kaw, pinaligtad lang siya or nireciprocal lang siya using the secondary trigonometric ratios. That's why we have these mnemonics. So, always remember lang yung so, ka, to, wa. Ayan yung ating mnemonics na magagamit natin as we try to solve for the ratios of our 6 trigonometric ratios. So now, let's try to have some examples para mas maintindihan natin kung paano nga ba ito nisosolve. Okay, let's try to have our first example. Okay, let's just... In given triangle, find the value of sine A, cosine A, tan A, cosecant A, secant A, and cotangent A. So, we have the triangle ABC wherein BA is equal to 5 or the hypotenuse is 5. The opposite side of A is 3 and the adjacent side is equal to 4. So, sa sine muna tayo. Diba ang sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. Now, what are the values of the opposite and the hypotenuse? First, opposite. What is the value of the opposite side and what is the value of the hypotenuse side? Aldrex.
The value of opposite side is hypotenuse is 5.
Okay, very good. So we have the side BC over the hypotenuse BA, and it is 3 over 5. So 3 divided by 5 is equal to, can you solve it in your calculators? You can make use of your calculators to solve this one. And you can type your answers in our private chat. Okay, so the answer is 0.6. So that is the ratio for our sine A. So very good, very good. Very good, Mark Vince. Very good, Laika. So that is 0.6. Now, let us proceed to our cosine. The formula for cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse. So here, the adjacent side is the side CA and the hypotenuse side is the side BA. So Can you give me the values of the adjacent and the hypotenuse side? Laika, what is the value of adjacent and what is the value of hypotenuse?
Adjacent is
Adjacent is
BC
BC
and
and
hypotenuse is BA.
hypotenuse is BA.
So their value are 4/5. Yan. So 4 divided by 5, what is the answer? What is the quotient? 4 divided by 5 is equal to 0.8.
0.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So let's have our next ratio, tangent, opposite over the adjacent side. So here in our triangle, the opposite side of A is BC and our adjacent side is CA. What are the values of BC over CA? Mark Vince.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
The BC and the CA, what are the values?
3 over
3 over
Okay, thank you. Very good, Mark Vince. So we have 3/4. And 3 divided by 4 is understood to be 75.75. Very good, Aldrex. So now, in finding our secondary trigonometric ratios, as I have saying a while ago to you, um, it is just the reciprocal of our primary trigonometric ratio. So kung ano yung mga values natin for the primary dito, babaliktarin lang natin sila. So for example, we have sine A is equivalent to 3/5. So for our cosecant A, babaliktarin lang natin yung 3/5, which becomes 5/3. And 5 divided by 3 is equal to, you can comment. Very good, Aldrex, 1.67. And for our second A, um, if our cosecant or if our cosine is equal to 4/5, then our second A ay 5/4 naman because we just reciprocate the primary trigonometric ratio cosine. Now, 5 divided by 4 is 1.25. Very good. Now we have cotangent A, our last ratio, which is the reciprocal of our tangent, opposite over the adjacent. So if we have 3/4, sa cotangent, ire-reciprocal lang natin siya. So we have 4/3. And 4 divided by 3 is equal to 1.3. Yes, 1.33. Very good students. Now, let's have another example to really test if you have already understood our on how to find the ratios or the 6 trigonometric ratios of a right triangle. So we have this one. In the given triangle below, find the 6 trigonometric ratios in reference to angle B. So if our measurement of BC is 12, CA is 5, and BA is equal to 13. So let's try to solve for the sine. So sine is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. So we have 5/13. So can you solve for 5 divided by 13? 5 divided by 13.
0.38, ma'am.
0.38.
Okay, so it is 0.38. Very good, Laika. Now let us proceed to cosine. So cosine is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse as we have the mnemonic ka. So our adjacent side or the adjacent side to angle B is the side BC, and our hypotenuse, which is side BA. So we have 12 over 13. So 12 divided by 13 is 12 divided by 13. Very good. 0.9 or 0.92. So here in trigonometry, in finding the trigonometric ratios, let us limit our answers into two decimal places. But 0.9 is also right. But to be uniform with our answers, let us use two decimal places. So let us have tan B. So we have the mnemonic TOWA, which is opposite over the adjacent. So opposite side of B is the side CA, and adjacent is side BC. So we have 5 over 12. So 5 divided by 12 is 5 divided by 12. 12. Okay, so very good. Very good, Aldrex. 5 or the tan B is equal to 0.42. Now, I want each of you to get the secondary trigonometric ratios. You just need to remember that it is just the reciprocal of the primary trigonometric ratio. So, I'll have Aldrex for cosecant B, Laika for secant B, and Mark Vince for cotangent B. You just need to get the reciprocal of uh, the primary trigonometric ratios. So I'll give you a minute to think of your answers or to solve for your answers, and then I will be asking you later after 1 minute. Again, the secondary trigonometric ratios are just the reciprocals of our primary trigonometric ratios. So the reciprocal of sine is cosecant, the reciprocal of cosine is the secant, and the reciprocal of tangent is cotangent. Now, can I ask Algex for cosecant B? Give me the ratio and the answer. Okay, we have 13 over 5 and the answer is 2.6. Very good, Aldrex. Laika, how about Laika? Can you give me the second? The second is the reciprocal of the cosine.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes. Second is second. You off your microphone. Second. What is second? It is the reciprocal of cosine. What is the ratio for or the answer for second?
13 and
13.
Okay, so that is 13 over 12 and the ratio is 1.08. Still a good job, Laika. Now let's have last Mark Vince to give us the reciprocal of tan, which is cotangent.
Ma'am, 5 over
Ma'am,
13.
5 over 13.
It is 12 over 5 because it is the reciprocal of of tangent. So we just need to get the reciprocal of this one. So if our tangent is 5 over 12, then babaliktarin lang natin siya. We have 12 over 5. And cotangent B is 2.4. 12 divided by 5 is 2.4. Very good job, students. And now let us have our third example, which is in this one, we will be a bit more challenged than the first examples. So here, as we can see, there is one measurement of the side that is missing. Now, we are going back to our discussion about Pythagorean theorem in order for us to find the value of the missing side. So, BA or the hypotenuse is 10, BC is 8, and AC is unknown. In Pythagorean theorem, we have the formula which is in order to find the hypotenuse, we just need to add the square of the two legs, then add them, and then square the answer, and we are able to get the hypotenuse. But here, the one leg is missing, so we just also need to substitute the values, and we will be isolating the missing measurement or missing length later. So we have AB squared, since AB is our hypotenuse, is equal to BC squared over AC squared. So the value of AB squared is 10, and BC is 8, so 8 squared yon, and AC is missing. That's why we just leave it as it is. And now let's try to simplify this one. What is 10 squared? 10 squared is
5.
Aldrex.
100, ma'am.
100, ma'am. Okay, 100. And 8 squared is 64. Very good. Now, we have this one. 100 is equal to AC squared plus 64. For us to find the value of the missing side, we just need to isolate this. So, we need to transpose 64 in the other side. So, from positive to negative. 100 minus 64 is equal to AC squared. Now, 100 minus 64 is 100 minus 64.
30,
30,
36, ma'am.
36, ma'am. Okay, 36. Very good, Aldrex. Now, in order for us to remove the square here, we just need to get the square root of both. Square root of AC squared over this equals square root of 36. We have AC is equal to 6. Now, we have the measurement of our missing side. So, complete na yung ating mga measurements. So, now, let us try to find the ratios. So, in sine, opposite, our reference angle is angle A. So, opposite over the hypotenuse, we have 8 over 10. 8 over 10 is, you can comment or send your answers in the private chat. 8 divided by 10 is 0.8. So very good. Now we have cosine adjacent over the hypotenuse. 6 over 10 is equal to 0.6. And tangent opposite over the adjacent, 8 over 6 is equal to, if we divide that, the quotient is 1.33. And then we just need to get the reciprocal of those here in our secondary trigonometric ratios. So cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. We have 10 over 8. It is equal to 1.25. Then we have 10 over 6, the reciprocal of cosine, and it is equal to 1.67. And for cotangent, we have 6 over 8, and it is equal to 0.75. So are we clear of all the examples that we have? Can you say it? Can you send a like emoji in our private chat if everything is clear so we can proceed? Okay, thank you. Thank you, students. I'm glad that you are able to understand what was being discussed and all the examples that we have. So, any questions? So, since you understood the topic very well, I guess you don't have any questions because you already responded a while ago. So, now I am the one who will be having a question and I want you to answer this one. So, what do you think is the relevance and importance of studying trigonometric ratios in real life? What do you think is the relevance and importance of studying trigonometric ratios in real life? Yes, Miss Laika, Laika.
Mahalaga yung
Mahalaga yung trigonometry.
kadalasan, ginagamit siya
Kadalasan,
sa pagkalculate
ginagamit siya sa pagpapalagay
ng sides na kalamitang ginagamit ng mga engineers or architect. And also they use trigonometry para mas mapadali yung calculation nila at assured na magiging tama yung kanilang mga sukat.
Okay, very good. So, as what Laika said, that is indeed an importance of studying trigonometric ratios. So, just to share with you one of my subjects, one of one of my subjects that we are studying ay yung about history of math that one prestigious person which is Thales of Miletus was able to measure the height of a of the pyramid of Giza, the Great Pyramid of Giza, just by using trigonometric or by just using the concept of trigonometry. So, kung akala natin na hindi natin nagagamit yung math in our lives, we don't notice na nagagamit na pala natin siya. As what like has mentioned a while ago that nagagamit siya ng mga aspiring or the engineers and the architects kasi 'di ba they need that to balance or to have a proper calculation of the roofs or the buildings that they will going to build or the buildings that they will going to sketch. And trigonometry is important doon sa part ng mga professionals na yon because they are able to have a proper calculation, gaya nga ng sabi ni Laika, and also yung mga kailangan na mga sukat, yung mga distances ng mga or heights ng ginagawa nilang mga building. And that is indeed an importance and the relevance of studying trigonometric ratios in real life. So, I want you to take note that uh, math, it seems hard. Some of the subjects seems hard, not just in trigonometry, but we need to keep in mind that one day, unknowingly, nagagamit na natin siya sa buhay natin. So, let us appreciate what we are learning and later on, magkakaroon din tayo ng applications doon sa mga lessons na yon. So, uh, for generalization lang, remember that theta represents the unknown measure of an acute angle. In the right triangle on the right side, theta represents the measure of angle C. BC is the length. AB is the length of the side opposite to theta. AC is the hypotenuse. And also remember the mnemonics so, ka, towa, cho, sha, kao. And for your assignment, I will be sending it to you through messages or you can take a screenshot. Okay, so that's the end of our discussion for today. So I am expecting or I am hoping that you will learn something from our discussion for today. And thank you for your very active participation. So until or to our next meeting, let's see each other in our next meeting. So goodbye, students.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Ah,
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.